One of the things that you do, which especially for independent artists is really difficult to even understand how it works, is sync licensing. So getting your music into TV and film and that kind of thing. Um, can you explain maybe for independent artists why that is important and what it could mean for them?
Yeah, it's one piece out of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to make some money, and if you want to, there's so much music you discover through series, through films. Yeah, Euphoria is a good example. Then this is a good opportunity, and you can go with a publishing company that tries to get you in, like sync you and collects everything, but you can also just work with a sync agency. I mean, I can always recommend to work with a publishing company if you can,
Mm-hmm.
because really they're collecting everything for you. They're making sure that there's no money lying around under a stone, like that they really collect the money in every country. But if you want to stay independent yourself, if you don't want to give up percentage, then go with the sync agency. So it basically works. We're pitching for you, and if there's a deal, we take up a certain percentage, which is usually 20 or 30%, depends on the deal. And the rest is for you, and you decide. You always decide if you want to do this or not. And this could be advertisement, movie, film, and then you keep all your rights, like everything that comes from it, all the royalties is going to stay with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bit, Germany works a bit different than the US. For example, in the US you have to clear everything, like even if a TV spot wants to get you, even if in Germany it's a bit different, like TV can basically just use your music and then they give you royalties in the end.
Okay.
But for Netflix production, for advertisement, all these kind of things, you always need to clear.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we are for as an agency.
What is the difference between when your music goes on an ad on TV, for example, or is in a movie? Why do they have to clear one and not the other?
They have to clear both, but here in Germany, like in the US, they have it's the same. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same situation. So they ask you, can I use this song or piece of a song? And you, as the owner, you have to say yes.
Right.
It's fine. But for example, in Germany, it works a bit different with TV. Like they can use it, they can take it from an archive,
Mm-hmm.
and then they they do not always have to ask you.
Oh, okay.
But if it's a cinema movie, it's different. It's completely different. They have to ask you.
Why is that? Just the way it's
It's
set up.
just called it's called blanket licensing. It's something that you have in the yeah. It's just
Mm-hmm.
something that you have. Yeah, it's just a rights thing. That countries work differently. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is also the reason why sync is not so big in Germany than in the US, for example,
Right.
because the market is not as big.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first of all, the market is bigger generally in the US. There's so much more money in there,
Mm-hmm.
um, and yeah, TV basically falls away here. So you have series on Netflix,
Yeah.
or Apple or wherever, and advertisement, and you have the international stuff,
Right.
but it's still an important market, and it's a super hype market. It's like wherever you go, every conference, like sync is the topic, and people get, they are getting placed on gold. It's like, because there is a lot of money in there if you do it right, and it's a good thing because you know imagining the new White Lotus
Mm-hmm.
series, and you're in there,
Yeah.
with your song. It's not just about money; it's also about prestige, about coolness,
Mm-hmm.
about money. Yeah, but it's about being placed there. You
Right.
know.
So it's usually more. The thing that's interesting is the image of like
Yeah,
if you're in
yeah.
the next
It's an
Euphoria,
image
you're an
thing.
artist. You're like a big
It's an
artist.
image thing, and you can use that for promotion,
Mm-hmm.
for everything. You are getting part, your song gets synced there, and then this totally makes changes the numbers of like ticket sales, all these kind of things.
Yeah.
So it's one piece of a puzzle. Like these days, we have to see how we promote an artist, and it's not it's not one road. It's like there's a lot of things, and I think it just makes sense as a manager or as an artist to keep all your opportunities open,
Mm-hmm.
and working with a sync agency non-exclusively, you can't make anything wrong. Like
Right.
it's just
Oh,
basically
it's a
people
win-win.
working for free for you,